Stephanie, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Am I supposed to get two emails from you? Because I only got one so far.
So if you got one directly from me, I would say check your spam folder because it's the other one is coming from box.com and it may have ended up there. And
Okay.
that's your invitation to the actual folder where you'll upload your exhibits.
Thank you all. Hey, I haven't gotten the second one for the invitation to Box. I just got the utilizing box.com from you.
Okay, I can try and share it again, see if that'll help.
Okay.
Let me resend it right now. So it is going to come from box.com. So I would just refresh your spam folder and see if it went there, or maybe your junk folder or something like that.
Okay.
Good morning. It looks like someone just joined the show cause hearing today. It looks like Andre Rue. Andre, if you can tell me your first and last name and the company that you're with today. Looks like you're still connecting. Andre, are you able to hear me? Looks like you're muted. Andre, if you can unmute and tell me your first and last name and the company that you are with today.
Oh my gosh. Hi. It's just myself. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right, but who are you? First and last name and then the
Oh,
company that you're with?
hi. Andre Rue with Black Magic Car LLC.
You said Black Magic Car?
That's correct.
Okay, hold on one second. Andre, are you on a phone or computer or tablet or something?
I'm on a computer.
Okay. Are you able to change your screen name? The top three buttons on your
Yeah.
the square, and then just
Sure.
rename and put your first and last name and then your business.
Okay.
Thanks.
right. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for being here this afternoon. Before we get going, let me just make sure that everyone is ready. I see we've got the Attorney General's here. Tracy, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Great. All right, let's get started. I'm going to now call proceeding number 24C-0042-INS. This is the Commission's biweekly insurance show cause proceeding set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. My name is Alenka Hahn, and I'm the administrative law judge assigned to this case. Consistent with Commission practice, we are webcasting both the audio and the video of this hearing. We are also recording the hearing and have a court reporter taking down everything that's being said. To avoid background noise, I'm going to ask you to please keep your microphones muted until it is your turn to speak, and then to speak loudly and clearly and not talk over each other so that we can have a nice, good, clean record. Okay, first of all, let's find out who's here today. If I could have appearances, let me start with counsel for the Commission. Please enter your appearance.
Yes, good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Josh Horman. I am here from the Colorado Attorney General's office representing PUC staff. And with me today is Marquita Riley.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. All right. Let me see if we have any respondents present. First I see the name Andre Rue with Black Magic. Is it Mr. Rue? Is that correct?
It is, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, if you could go ahead and state your name and spell your name for the record and tell me who you're here with or who you're representing, that'd be great.
My name is Andre Roux. That's spelled ANDREROUX, and I'm with Black Magic Car LLC.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Roux. And then I see a Christy, is it Collier with Aladdin Limousine? If you could go ahead and introduce yourself to us, spell your name, and tell me with whom you are here, who you are representing at this proceeding.
Yes, my name is Christy Collier. I'm owner of Aladdin Limousine. Spell my name is Kristie. Last name is Collier.
And am I pronouncing right? Is it okay if I, Collier? Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you prefer Ms. Collier? That's fine?
Sure.
Okay, great. All right. Now that we've all had, I don't see anybody else on the call. So we've entered, everyone who's here has entered their appearance. Let me ask Mr. Horman and staff, are you still seeking to revoke the permits for all the respondents who have appeared here today?
No, Your Honor. Actually, as a preliminary matter, Mr. Rue has filed his insurance, and we'd like to dismiss him from today's hearing.
Okay, great. Let me make a quick note. Mr. Rue, that means that the Commission is not proceeding against you, that the case against you either has been or will be dismissed, that the insurance paperwork that needed to be filed with the Commission has been filed, and you are now in compliance with Commission regulations. Do you wish to stay for the proceeding? You may, you're welcome to, but you do not need to, as the Commission will not be proceeding against you.
No, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for making it easy. Sorry it took so long to get sorted out. Insurance rates in Colorado are going up by 17% on average per year. It's crazy. Like, I have 0 points on my driving license, but my insurance was going to go up by $3,000. So it was looking, and that's just for an SUV. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the PUC can do about it to rein in insurance companies. If we can have something in place where the limo companies own the insurance company in the state, but we're being taken advantage of by outside agents. And it'd be great if we could get some advocacy by the PUC to help us out with this, because it's ridiculous. But I thank the PUC for all its work and making it easy for my insurance company to file the paperwork.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rue. I will pass on your concerns. There's not much I can do about it in the context of this proceeding, but I understand. And as I said, you're welcome to sign off and leave the meeting. Thank you for being here.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Mr. Horman, anybody else? You still
Your Honor,
proceeding against Ms. Collier?
yes, we will be, but we do want to dismiss 3 other respondents that are not appearing today.
Okay, you
And
want to
we
tell
can
me who
address
those
that.
are? We'll have
Yes.
Ms. Riley testify about that as well, but if you want to alert me so that I make a note, that's great.
Yes,
Much
the
appreciated.
first one is Gabino Roadside Assistance.
Okay, Gabino Roadside Assistance. Okay, got it.
Number 2 is Moving Geeks LLC.
Moving Geeks LLC. Okay, got it.
And the third and last one here is Tic Tac Toe LLC.
Tic-tac-toe. Okay, I found them on Exhibit 5, so great. Thank you so much, Mr. Horman. All right. Mr. Horman, just quickly, I can't see you. Did your camera get shut off?
Oh,
I can see him, Your Honor.
let me, it's showing up on my screen as well. I'll just stop and start again. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, that's, I mean, it's not, okay. It's not a big deal. There you are.
Okay. I'm
That's
not
weird.
sure what happened, but I'm glad I'm appearing now.
I'm not sure either. I am not tech savvy, but I managed to use this technology to make it so we can proceed. Okay. Let's continue then. Let me ask Ms. Collier a few questions before we get going here. Ms. Collier, if you could, thank you so much. Yes. I know some judges prefer everybody stay with their screens off, but it really makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to ask everyone to keep them on if you don't mind. But do stay muted if you're not speaking, because we want to avoid the feedback that in the sound back we get. Okay. Ms. Collier, let me ask you this. You indicated that you are the owner of Aladdin Limousine LLC. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the sole owner of that entity?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Is that a corporation or some other type of organization?
Just an LLC, sole proprietor.
Okay. Great. So given that you are the sole proprietor of an LLC, based on the information I have, then I can let you proceed to represent Aladdin Limousine LLC in this proceeding. Generally, under commission rules, corporations have to be represented by an attorney unless it's a corporation that's owned by 3 or less people. Since you fall within that category, I will let you proceed because I assume that's what you would like to do.
Yes, thank you. And I did have a question. I did submit all of the documents because my husband was hit by an uninsured motorist. So I submitted the estimate and everything we got from the insurance. My vehicle's still out of commission.
Okay.
And it's still going on with insurance. It's a complete mess.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me tell you how we're going to proceed today. You will have a chance to tell me all of that.
Okay.
But first, let me explain how the proceeding works today so that you know what to expect. First of all, since staff filed the complaint, staff has the burden to prove that the allegations in the complaints are true. This means that the staff will present its evidence first. This usually comes in the form of witness testimony and documents that they present as exhibits. And then you will have the opportunity to ask staff's witness questions during the hearing. And if staff asks for documents to be admitted into evidence, you will have the opportunity to object to the admission of the exhibit. You can object if you believe there's a legal reason that I cannot consider the document as evidence in the case. Okay.
Okay.
Once staff has presented evidence, it will be your turn to present evidence. You can testify if you like, and you can also present documents that you'd like me to consider in deciding the case against you. First of all, did you want to have the opportunity to testify?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I've never been through this.
It just means tell me the story and tell me your situation. So,
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
and you'll be under oath. I will swear you in to do that, okay?
Okay.
And did you have any documents you wanted to present?
I did upload in the box.com. Stephanie had sent it to me.
Perfect.
So I hope that you got it.
Stephanie, were you able to take care of that and it's ready to go?
I just refreshed her folder and I don't see them yet, so I'll just keep looking. I'll let you
Okay.
know.
Okay, thank you. But Ms. Collier, you said you did upload them to box.com?
I did.
Okay, well, hopefully they will come through soon. Stephanie's wonderful, so if they came through, she'll have it taken care of very quickly. Okay, it's also my understanding based on the record that staff emailed all the exhibits that they plan to introduce to the email address you had on file. So if you haven't already, please check your email to see if you have the exhibits. This will
Yes,
make
I
it
do.
easier. Perfect. That will make it easier to follow along when the exhibits are presented. But just know that if you can't click on the email, if you're having trouble opening it, you will be able to see the exhibits on the screen because Stephanie, my wonderful legal assistant, will be presenting them on the screen as the hearing proceeds. Okay?
Okay.
Does that all make sense?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Judge,
Great.
I still don't see them, so Miss Collier, if you can just double check that they got uploaded into your Aladdin Limousine folder.
Okay, it says all files. Go to the plus sign and I click on file upload. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I can just keep refreshing my screen too. How many documents did you put in there?
I did. I put 2 documents in there.
Okay, I'll keep looking.
Mm.
All right. Stephanie, are you okay if we proceed with the commission staff's case?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Okay, great. Staff, Mr. Horman, are you ready to proceed then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then please go ahead and call your first witness.
Thank you. I'd like to call Marquita Riley as my first and only witness for today's hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Riley, if you'll go ahead and raise your right hand with me, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this case will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Horman.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Marquita Riley, Marquita Riley.
Who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
And what is your job title?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
What is your role in this proceeding?
I help to review the commission records and coordinate with staff for these proceedings against motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
Do the commission statutes and the rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
Can you tell us which statutes or rules require motor carriers to have evidence of financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008 require that motor carriers file and maintain evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
And what needs to be provided to the commission to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008, motor carriers must electronically file certain forms, such as an example would be a Form E insurance filing.
How long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Per our Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice of when a certificate of insurance is not being renewed or if it's being canceled.
What is the next step when you receive a notification of cancellation or non-renewal?
We use the commission's OpRights database to compile a list of motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility.
Thank you. And before we turn to the specific exhibits, although Ms. Collier already noted, were the exhibits for today's hearing provided to the respondents?
Yes, they were.
And how are they provided to the respondents?
I created an email list of the exhibits. I then emailed that list over to the AG's office. The AG's office emailed each respondent and filed it with the commission.
Thank you. Can we pull up what has previously been marked as hearing exhibit 1? Thank you. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
Yes, this is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the motor carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
And who prepared this list?
Commission staff did.
How was it prepared?
We used the commission's OpRights database to compile this list.
When did staff prepare this list?
On January 19th, 2024.
Can you please describe where the date appears on exhibit 1?
Yes, it's on the bottom right corner.
Thank you. Does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see in exhibit 1 as part of the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain documents like exhibit 1 as part of its business record in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit exhibit 1.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing exhibit 1, the hearing cycle list that was produced on January 19th, 2024?
No, I don't.
Thank you so much. Hearing exhibit 1 will therefore be admitted without objection.
Ms. Riley, based on this list, what action did the commission take?
The commission sent the letter to each respondent.
All right, I'd like to turn your attention to what has previously been marked as hearing exhibit 2. Thank you. Ms. Riley, what are these documents?
These are copies of the letters sent to each respondent on today's updated list.
And what does the information in these letters tell the respondent?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority may be suspended as of the date the insurance expires unless proof of proper insurance is submitted to the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing and advises the respondent that if proper evidence of financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be revoked.
And when did the commission send these letters?
On January 19th, 2024.
Is it the practice of the commission to create letters like these in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain letters like exhibit 2 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit exhibit 2 into evidence.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing exhibit 2, the letters mailed to respondents on January 19th, 2024?
No, I don't.
Thank you so much. Hearing exhibit 2 is admitted into evidence without objection.
Does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent, Ms. Riley?
Yes, per Rule 6006 requires that the motor carriers establish and maintain a designated agent.
Were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents provided to the commission?
Yes.
How did the commission serve these letters?
Through first-class postal mail.
Thank you. Now let's turn to what's previously been marked as hearing exhibit 3. And thank you for scrolling through that long exhibit 2. Ms. Riley, please describe this document and the information it contains.
This is the attachment sent with each notice letter. In exhibit 2, it contains information on how to participate in today's video conference hearing.
And when was this attachment sent to the respondent?
On January 19th, 2024.
Is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with notification letters to the respondent when it holds an electronic hearing?
Yes.
Did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the Commission to maintain attachments like Exhibit 3 in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit hearing Exhibit 3.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing Exhibit 3, which is Attachment A, the instructions for using the Zoom function to attend the hearing?
No, I don't.
Thank you, Ms. Collier. Hearing Exhibit 3 will then be admitted without objection.
Thank you. And now let's move to what's been previously marked as hearing Exhibit 4. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
Yes, this is the certificate of service for each notice letter and attachment sent to the respondents.
Did the Commission create the certificate in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the Commission to maintain certificates like this in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 4.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing Exhibit 4, the certificate of service?
No, I don't.
Thank you. Hearing Exhibit 4 will then be admitted into evidence without objection.
The language on the certificate states whose name and addresses appear below, and below that it states the hearing cycle listing. Are these statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Let's return to hearing Exhibit 2, which is the notice letter. Thank you. The letter informs the respondent about what happens if it can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. If the Commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens?
Then we will not proceed against that carrier and dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
Did staff create an updated hearing cycle listing for today's hearing?
Yes, we did.
Great. If we could turn to what's been previously marked as hearing Exhibit 5. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
This is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that we still do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the Commission.
And did staff create this list in the same way as you described for Exhibit 1?
Yes.
And when was it created?
This was created yesterday, February 13th, 2024.
Did the Commission create this hearing cycle listing in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the Commission to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 5 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 5.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing Exhibit 5, the updated hearing cycle listing that was created yesterday?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Thank you so much, Ms. Collier. Hearing Exhibit 5 will then be admitted without objection.
Ms. Riley, did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes.
Do the addresses listed in hearing Exhibit 5 match the carrier's addresses in hearing Exhibit 2?
Yes.
When is the last time you checked to see if there was any change in the status of the carriers in Exhibit 5?
Today, this morning, February 14th, 2024.
Are you aware of any pending applications affecting a common and contract carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
We do not have any pending applications at this time.
Does staff recommend dismissing any carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes, we do have 3. We have Tic Tac Toe LLC, DBA Toco, PUC number T-03933. Then we have Moving Geeks LLC, PUC number HHG-00695. And Gabion Roadside Assistance LLC, PUC number T-05439, Insurance has been filed for all three.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. Are you aware of any letters returned to the commission?
Yes, we do have several return mail for this one. We do have double XL, Vest Limousine Inc. They both have been dismissed. And they are not on the updated hearing cycle listing.
Ms. Riley, what
I'm
second
sorry,
one? I didn't hear the second one. I heard XXL,
double XL,
double XL,
yes.
and then what was the second one you mentioned?
Vest, VESS, Limousine Inc.
Okay, thank you.
CB Transportation. They have been dismissed. They are not on the updated hearing cycle listing. And then we have Silver Mountain Express LLC. That one was remailed out. They are on the updated hearing cycle listing. And EDASO, EDASO, Limo LLC. They are on the updated hearing cycle listing, but we did not have any other addresses on file for them.
And thank you, Ms. Riley. And just to clarify, that Silver Mountain Express and EDASO Limo LLC are listed on Exhibit 5, but the other three entities that you listed for returned mail are not listed on Exhibit 5. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. When does the decision after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision will become a final commission decision 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the decision, if no exceptions are being filed.
What happens if a carrier provides proper proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that respondent.
And what is staff's recommendation today?
The staff recommends that the certificate of permit numbers listed on here in Exhibit 5 be revoked for lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for Tic Tac Toe LLC, DBA Toco, Moving Geeks LLC, and Gabion Roadside Assistance LLC.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. I have nothing further for this witness.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. Ms. Collier, it's now your chance to ask the commission witness any questions you may have. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask Ms. Riley?
I would just like a little bit of time because my vehicle, it's still out of commission and it's going to be out of commission for about 3 to 4 more weeks. And it's at the mechanic shop. I've tried to get it sooner, but I can't. And I'm in the process of getting another insurance because I don't want to stay with the one I was with. They screwed me over all kinds with getting hit by this uninsured motorist.
Do you have a question? Right, I will give you, I promise you, a chance to tell me all of that. But yeah, right now, do you have any questions you want to ask Ms. Riley about it?
I don't know if it's them that I ask if I can get a little extension to get the insurance for the PUC, or I don't know. I've never been through any of this.
Ms. Riley, are you able to address your question?
Mm-hmm. Well, you do have 20 days after the judge issues their decision. The decision will not come out today, so you don't have to worry about like 20 days after today. So you do have 20 days after the decision gets issued to get that insurance updated. If you still don't think that's enough time, we can cancel your permit. I can email you a form and you can cancel your permit. And then once you get your insurance and your car, then you could just go online to just do the application again. And you'll be able to keep the same PUC number. We don't recycle numbers or anything. So you'll be able to keep your same PUC number if you don't think the 20 days after the judge issues the decision is enough time.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Did that fully answer your question, Ms. Collier?
It did. Thank you.
And just to reiterate what Ms. Riley just said, the decision won't go out today. I am not that fast. It takes a bit to get written and edited, and generally, I can't give you an exact date, but it takes about a week generally for it to get out. And so it's that amount of time plus 20 days.
Okay. Perfect. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions for Ms. Riley?
I don't believe so. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Mr. Horman, do you have any redirect of Ms. Riley?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Ms. Riley, thank you for your testimony. You are excused, but you may remain, as I hope you will. All right. Turning then to, well, Mr. Horman, you said you only had one witness. Does that close the commission's case?
Yes, staff rest.
Staff rest. Okay, great. Ms. Collier, it's now your opportunity to tell me anything else you want to tell me. Do you want to have the opportunity to testify and tell me what's going on?
Sure. Thank you.
If you'll go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and tell me what you want me to know.
So, I forgot exactly the date. My husband, he was driving. He just had dropped off a client for a limousine company, and he got hit by an uninsured motorist. We filed a police report. I did submit that document that has the police report number in it. I also submitted the insurance claim that we had done. The insurance states that they're going to go after that guy. I haven't heard any word on it yet. It's very hard to get somebody from this insurance that I went through by Burke. Nobody's ever heard of the insurance even. So it's a little frustrating. All I can do is email this lady. Her name is Jeanette from Byberg Insurance, and she never calls me. I have called her multiple times, and all she ever does is just email me. So I'm still trying to get that process. They did send me a little bit of money, but they didn't send everything that was quoted from the dealership to repair the parts. So yeah, I am still trying to work on that with them. I'm so sorry. It is very frustrating. Like I said, I can't get anybody on the phone. It's just emails. And one of the emails that she has up on the screen right now is to Jeanette, and it's got the police report number in there with everything else that I submitted to her.
Okay, let me have you pause for just a second. It looks like it's Jeanette Hernandez. Is that right?
That is correct.
And I didn't quite catch the name of the insurance carrier. Can you tell me that again and spell it?
Yeah, it's Byberk, Biberk.
Biberk. Byberk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, commercial insurance.
Okay. Now, this proceeding addresses well, I'll ask my question at the end, I guess. Let me let you finish what you want to tell me. Go ahead.
That's pretty much all I have to say. Is we're just going through the process right now. Filed a police report. First time that we had the police come out, we're having an issue with that police officer as well, because she should have took information from that guy that hit my husband, and she didn't take any information from him. So we were filing a complaint against her as well. So it's just kind of all a mess right now.
I'm really sorry you're going through it. It sounds like a lot. I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell me just in direct testimony? Any other thing you want me to know about this proceeding, about this case?
Just that I'm just waiting for my vehicle to get done and repaired. I'm having to come out of pocket about $900 that the insurance isn't covering. So I haven't been able to work for my business because we only have my SUV for the limo company right now. I don't have any other vehicles. We were hoping to be getting a stretch limo within a couple months, but now that I haven't been able to work, money is pretty tight.
When you say you haven't been able to work, were you injured in the car accident, or you haven't been
No.
able to work because of the vehicle being damaged?
Yeah, my vehicle's out of commission, so I have no way to do my company.
Okay.
So my husband, we have another vehicle. He does Uber and Lyft that he's renting from Lyft, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Before I forget, so you had I guess it was a message. I don't know if it was a text message or an email with Jeanette Hernandez. If we could put that back up, did you want to have that admitted into evidence?
Yes, go right ahead. It has the police report number in there and the
Okay.
lady I was speaking to from the insurance.
Okay, so this is you communicating with Jeanette Hernandez at the insurance about the claim, and the claim number on there is the police. Oh, you have the claim number is the insurance claim number, and then below at the bottom before thank you, it has the police report number as well. Is that right?
Exactly. That is correct.
Okay. Let me just, Stephanie, do we want to mark this as an exhibit?
Yep, I can do 100, and then she has another exhibit we can do as 101.
Great. Ms. Collier, do you want to go ahead and admit this document as hearing exhibit 100?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Horman, do you have any objection to the admission of hearing exhibit 100?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Mr. Harmon, if you could keep your voice up, please.
Yep, I apologize.
And just to be clear, Ms. Collier, I just want to make sure I understand. Is this an email or a text message?
It's an email. That's the only way I've been able to contact her.
Okay. Great.
Judge, is it okay if I put a header on with the case number and a hearing exhibit 100 on this?
It is more than okay. I'm hoping that's what you'll do. Thank you. Okay. You had another, once Stephanie finishes with that, you had another exhibit as well. Did you want to have us look at that?
Sure, that's the insurance claim.
Okay.
That's the amount that they had quoted to give to me.
Okay. And Stephanie, will this be marked as hearing exhibit 101?
Yes.
Okay. And let me back up. Did I indicate the hearing exhibit 100 was admitted? I can't remember if I actually said that. If
Yes,
not, let me reiterate, hearing exhibit 100 is admitted without objection. And here look, this is hearing exhibit 101. You said this is the insurance, the document you got from the insurance carrier estimating the damage to the vehicle. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you want to move for the admission? Is there anything else you want me to know about this exhibit?
No, pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. Do you want to move for the admission of hearing exhibit 101?
Yes, admitting it's fine. Mhm.
Mr. Harmon, any objection to the admission of hearing exhibit 101?
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. So hearing exhibit 101 will be admitted without evidence. Without objection, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Sorry, getting hungry.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Collier, anything else you want me to know?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I appreciate it. I just hope everything gets resolved soon.
I have let me ask you a few quick questions before we turn you over to Mr. Horman. So you've explained to me that you had an accident, the car is out of commission, you filed for a claim, you filed a police report. But what is the status of your insurance coverage right now? Has that been canceled? I mean, the purpose of this proceeding, obviously, is because our records indicate that your insurer has not provided us with proof that you have insurance in place. So what is the status of your insurance coverage at this time?
Yeah, it's lapsed with Viberg. I haven't been getting very good service from them at all. So once I get my vehicle back, I'm going to get insurance again. I just don't want to pay for the insurance and I don't have my vehicle.
Okay. And I appreciate and understand that.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you want us to know at this time in your direct testimony?
I think that is everything, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, now it's Mr. Horman's opportunity to ask you questions. Mr. Horman, do you have any questions for Ms. Collier?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you so much then. Ms. Collier, any other witness exhibits or anything you want us to consider?
I don't believe so. My husband's not here, so
Okay, so you rest your case then. That's
I do. Thank you.
okay. All right. Mr. Horman, do you have anything on rebuttal you'd like to cover?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. I believe then we have come to the conclusion of the evidentiary portion of the proceeding. So I will go ahead and make some quick closing remarks. The next steps from here are that I will issue a written recommended decision. That decision will not be effective immediately. As Ms. Riley indicated, it will be effective 20 days after the mailing date, which will be stated on the decision. So please pay close attention to that date on the decision when you get the decision. Also be sure that we have your correct mailing address. I believe we do, since you received the complaint.
Yes.
Because the decision will be mailed to you via US mail.
Okay.
The decision will also provide some information on what you can do to avoid revocation. Ms. Riley already answered some of your questions and provided you some additional information on that as well. So those are steps you can take to try and avoid revocation in this case. Okay. Again, as I already noted, you'll have 20 days after the mailing date of the decision to act before this decision becomes final and the permits are revoked. All right. Any other final closing matters before I adjourn the hearing?
I have nothing.
Thank you. Mr. Horman?
And nothing from staff. Thank you.
All right, then. That will conclude our hearing and we will be adjourned. Have a good afternoon, everyone. And again, happy Valentine's Day.
You as well. Thank you. Happy Valentine's.
Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Take care.